a Build a Combo class for you today that is going to be focused on upper body and core. One of the combos is down on the mat. We'll start here, but a couple of them are standing, so we won't be down for the whole time. For equipment, you're going to want a set of medium weights, and it's always nice to have options in case you want to go up or you need to drop down a little bit. So I have a set of 8s and a set of 10s that I will switch between as needed. If you're new to this class format, in Build a Combo classes, we gradually build a 3-part combination of exercises over a brief interval of time. That interval is going to be 2 minutes long today. So you start with just movement A, then it's movement A and B, then it's movement A, B, C, and then you finish with just movement C. And I give a preview of the combination before we get to each one, so if that sounds confusing, don't worry, you're going to have a visual before we get going. Once you complete the 2-minute buildup, you rest before repeating. You complete either 3 or 4 sets of the combo, depending on if we have unilateral or bilateral work. Your modification today is going to be to go lighter with the weights for pretty much all the movements. If there are other ways to modify, I will tell you them as we go. We're going to start class with a guided warm-up and we'll finish with a quick cool down. For our warm-up, let's come down onto the mat and find a tabletop position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and let's just start mobilizing the spine with a cat-cow. So as you inhale, the gaze is going to shift up and your tailbone is going to reach up, spinal extension. And then as you exhale, you're going to push the mat away. You're going to round your spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, extension. Exhale, flexion, filling that space between your shoulder blades. One more. And then I want you to elongate the spine to neutral. Before we do anything, I want you to take your hips and shift them back about 6 inches to take some weight out of the hands. We're going to bring the back of our left hand to our forehead. We're going to twist. So as you inhale, it's going to be an open twist. And then as you exhale, it's a closed twist. So you're bringing that left elbow towards that right forearm. Inhale, open. Exhale, close it. One more this side. Come through center and let's switch sides. Still make sure your hips are back to take some weight out of the wrists. So back of the right hand to your forehead. Inhale, open twist. Exhale, close it. Last time. Come through center, both hands on the mat, and shift back forward. From here, I want you to tuck your toes under and bring the knees to a 2-inch hover so that you're in a bear plank position. Do it on an exhale, so feel that brace through the abdominal wall, then lift those knees up. From here, you're just going to start to glide the shoulder blades in towards each other and then apart from each other, pushing the mat away. So our arms are staying straight. It's just a serratus push-up or a gliding of the shoulder blades across our mid-back. Give me 3 more. 2 more. Last one, push the mat away. And then from here, I want you to bring your feet together and we're just going to windshield wiper the knees side to side. And as we do, we're going to lift one hand off the mat. So as you twist the knees over to the left, I want you to lift your left hand off the mat, pulling the elbow up. Bring it back down through center and then over to the other side. So we'll mix in a little bit of side plank work in the first combo. So I want us to just start stabilizing through the shoulder in the warm-up here. One more to either side. Twist and lift. Last time. Come through center, lower your knees, untuck your toes, and we're going to do a hip hinge with an arm sweep, but we're going to add in some tricep work. So it's going to be a tricep kickback in the hinge position. You're going to come upright, the arms come overhead, bend the elbows, pat yourself on the back. We hinge and sweep. Tricep kickback at the bottom and the top. If you mess up the combo, look to me and then just hop back into it. We're going to hold in the hinge position for some arm circles. Up next, give me one more. And then hold in the hinge position and we're going to trace arm circles up, out, and around. I like to do arm circles in a hinged position so we really establish that connection to our mid-back. Switch direction of your circles. We're going to finish with a reverse fly, one last circle here, and then with palms facing in, you're just going to fly those arms wide and in. Feeling the shoulder blades glide across your back into center, squeezing in towards each other as the arms open. I'm going to show you a preview of our first combo in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's a preview of your first combo. You're just going to need one weight for this first combo. You're going to be in a mermaid position. We start with a single arm shoulder press, and then we're going to add in a windmill. So it'll be one shoulder press, hold the weight overhead, windmill tilt to the side. Final add on that windmill, you plant your hand all the way to the bottom, and then you adduct the bottom knee in, bringing yourself into a side plank position, and then you would reverse it back to start. And the final 20 seconds, it is just that side plank adduction. We're going to hold. If holding is too much, you can continue to lift and lower the knee, but otherwise I want you to try to hold the last 20 in that side plank. All right, so it's a bit of an endurance challenge for the shoulder, so I'm going to go with I'm going to start with my 10, see if I can do it with my 10, may have to drop down to my 8. I'm going to do this one 4 times, let's go. So I'm going to start with my 10. If I regret it next time through, I'll go down to my 8s. We're going to start with the weight in our right hand, and your right leg is going to stretch long. We're on our left knee. You can always kneel on a blanket or fold your mat over if you need some support. Square through the hips, brace through your glutes to help hold the pelvis center, and then we're going to start with a single arm shoulder press. Let's go. First 20, pressing the weight up and down. Now, if the shoulder press feels a little light, don't panic just yet and think that you went too light with the weight, because when we start adding in the hold overhead, you may be happy that you're going with a weight that might be slightly lighter than your normal shoulder press. All right, so we're going to add in that windmill. So you press up, hold the weight overhead, and look at it. And then you're going to do a windmill tilting to the side. Your left fingertips tap the mat. You exhale, you bring yourself back up to the top. One press. Look at the weight that's going to help you stabilize it and keep it over the shoulder, and then come back up. So there's a small rotation happening through your torso as you lower down. And that small rotation just helps keep your chest open and the weight pointing up to the ceiling. Coming up, we'll add in that side plank adduction. So the left hand will come all the way to the mat. Add it in. So shoulder press, hold, windmill, plant the left hand, squeeze, knee comes into knee, lower it down, exhale, bring yourself up to the top, start from the top. Now the final 20 seconds will just be a side plank hold. If it's too much, you can keep your left knee on the ground for support. Let's go. Hold that side plank. Woo! Weight is up to the ceiling. Hips are square and pressing up. It's not just the top shoulder working, bottom shoulder is too. Push the mat away, don't sink down into it. Open through the chest. Squeeze the inner thighs. Woo! And rest. Come out of it by reversing to the top and then lower the weight, okay? All right, so you have 30 seconds to recover here. We're going to do that same thing, but we're going to switch it over to the other side. 10 pounds was good for me. It was getting challenging towards the end, but I could get through it, so that's a good gauge that I'm using the right amount of weight. All right, left hand has the weight now. Left leg goes long, right knee is down, square the hips. We'll start with that single arm shoulder press. So if you're feeling pressure in your lower back when you do this, you might be arching into your lower back. Make sure that you're bracing through the core so you're not flaring open through the ribs, and a gentle engagement through the glutes is also going to help. Add in that windmill. So press up, hold it up. Tilt to the side, right fingertips tap the floor, but try not to transfer weight into them just yet, okay? That'll come when we add in our third piece to the combo, but for now, it's just gonna be a light tap, look at the weight, and up. We'll add in the side plank adduction up next. So we will plant our right hand all the way down. Add it in, shoulder press, All the way down, plant the hand, squeeze bottom knee into top knee. Reverse it to start. Final 20 will be that side plank hold. Hold. Whoo! Open through the chest, hips are square and stacked, reach them up. If it's too much having the knee into the top leg, you can always plant both legs down so that you're in a staggered stance, or you can have that bottom right knee on the floor for support, okay? Do what works best for you. Woo! Rest. Reverse it to start, and then lower the weight. Okay, so we're at the halfway point. Take 40 seconds. So generous, right? An extra 10. If you need longer though, you can pause the video, take a minute, 90 seconds, whatever you need. We do want to start feeling really challenged though by the end, because it's just one more time each side, and then we get a new combo. We'll come to standing for it. All right, let's do it. Weight in the right hand. Right leg goes long. Left knee is down. Square the hips. Neutral through the pelvis. Let's do it. Two minutes of work each side, and then you're done with your first combo. Add in the windmill. Press it up, tilt. Come up on the exhale so that you brace to the obliques, or I shouldn't say brace, but so that you engage to the obliques and really use them to contract and drag yourself back upright. Third add-on is coming up. We'll plant all the way down through our left hand, coming into that side plank. Add it in. Last 20 will just be that side plank hold. Let's go. 20 seconds. You got it. Open through the chest. Reach those hips up. Woo! Rest. Reverse it, and then lower the weight. All right, 30 seconds. One more time through. We'll take it over to the left. Okay, left hand has the weight, so left leg goes long. You're mirroring me. Right knee down, square the hips. 2 minutes of work. You can do it. I tried to say you got it and you can do it at the same time. Add in the windmill. I'm self-conscious about saying the word windmill now because multiple people pointed out that I say it weird. Like I say windmeal instead of, I don't know, I guess it's a windmill. Deal with it. I don't know what that is. It's not a Massachusetts thing. I think it's just a me thing. Add in the side plank. You have under 60 seconds. You can do it. If holding that weight is starting to feel a little dicey, go lighter, okay? Final 20 will be that side plank hold. Oh, let's go. Final 20, you got it. Woo, I'm shaky. You know your modifications. You can always have both feet down. That helps a lot. Or have your bottom knee down. Reach those hips up. Woo, lower the knee. Come upright, lower the weight. You're done. Okay, so you have a full minute to recover, maybe a little longer. And I'm going to show you combo number 2. Focus of this next combo is going to be back and triceps. You're going to need both weights. We're going to be standing in a hinged position. I'm going to use my 8-pound weights. First up, it's a reverse fly, opening those arms up, engaging the mid-back. From there, we add in a tricep straight arm lift, so you lift those arms up and lower. Final add-on at the top of that lift will be a kickback. So you'll keep the elbows lifted, you'll just bend them, bringing the weights forward and back. You lower to the start. Final 20 seconds will just be those tricep kickbacks. So we're going to go through this one just 3 times, but it is still a 2-minute long combo. Let's do it. So again, I'm going to opt for my 8s. Who knows, I may even want 5s by the end of this, but I don't have them here at my parents' house, so 8s it is. Unlock through the knees, slide the hips back so we're in a hinged position, open through the chest. We're going to start with that reverse fly. Unlock through the elbows. Let's go. So when you do this, I want you to focus on really squeezing your shoulder blades in towards each other, but without flaring open through the rib cage and without jutting your neck forward. We'll add in that straight arm tricep lift up next. Add it in. So 1 fly, and then 1 straight lift, pause at the top, and lower. So I don't just want you to swing the weights up and back, okay? It's an intentional lift. Reach them long and up, little pause at the top, a controlled lower. Add in the kickback. So you bend the elbows at the top, bringing the weights forward, straighten them, lower to start. 1 fly. We lift and hold. Bend. Final 20 will just be the kickbacks. All right, just the kickbacks. So the elbows stay lifted, kick those arms straight, bend, bring them forward. It's not a swing, so I want that little micro pause when the arms are straight. And rest. Woo! Okay, take 30. So first round done, 2 more to go. You can kind of gauge how you're feeling with the weights. If that wasn't challenging, you need to go a little heavier. If it was too much, go a little lighter. Okay, we're going to start at the top with that reverse fly. Neutral spine, slide the hips back. I'll do a slightly different angle. Sometimes it's helpful to see the exercise from different angles. Add in the straight lift. So after the reverse fly, we lift and lower. Open, close, up, down. We'll add in the kickback next. Add it in. So at the top of that straight lift, you keep the elbows lifted, bend and straighten, and then lower. Fly, lift, kick back, lower. Really think of squeezing your arms straight, okay? So reach the weights back behind you. Stretch them long. Go at a controlled pace, so it's not about speed. Final 20 will just be the kickbacks. All right, just the kickbacks. Keep the elbows lifted, open through the chest, connected to your core. Ooh, rest. All right, one more time through. Take 40. I know, it's like, what difference does the extra 10 seconds make? My timer is beeping every 20 seconds, so it's actually easier if I just give you 40 seconds of rest. Plus, it gives me an extra 10 seconds because this one is hard for me. All right, one more time through. We got this. Let's grab those weights. 2 minutes of work, we can do it. We'll start with that reverse fly. Go. So the next combo will be biceps focused. So right now we're hitting posterior chain, triceps, back. We'll hit anterior or biceps up next. Add in your straight lift. Core engagement is very important on this one. Your lower back is, yes, it's working to maintain the neutral position of your spine, but you shouldn't be feeling strain in your lower back. If you do, you're probably not engaging through your abdominals. So just think that kind of wrap around 360-degree brace of that abdominal wall. Add in the kickback. So straight lift, bend the elbows, kick them straight, then lower. You have under 60 seconds, you got it. You know where we're heading next. Final 20 is the kickbacks. Oh, what am I doing? Not yet. All right, now let's go. Open through the chest, just the kickbacks. 20 seconds. Oh, done. Oh, that was a tough one. All right, you have a little over a minute to recover. I'm going to show you combo number 3. We have a biceps focus for this third combo. We're going to mix in some rotation, so a little bit of shoulder rotator cuff stuff. So maybe don't go quite as heavy as you normally do for bicep curls. I'm going to use my 8s for this one. To start, we have circle curls, and you just switch direction at the bottom, keeping the forearms parallel. We then do a straight bicep curl, but you're just doing the bottom half. So you're just coming up to 90 and lowering back down. The final add-on in that 90-degree position, we're going to hold, and you're going to laterally rotate, Bring it back through center, lower down, start from the top. And then the final 20 seconds, we're in that 90-degree isometric hold, and we just rotate out and in, keeping the elbows in tight. At any point, if you start to feel pressure in your lower back, it probably means you're leaning back like this, crunching into it. And if that is the case, I would suggest taking a staggered stance. So plant the ball of one foot behind the other, okay? All right, just 3 times through this one. Let's go. Let's do it. Grab those weights. I'm going to use 8s. I'm going to find a neutral stance, so I would unlock through the knees so that they're soft. Drop your tailbone down, so gentle engagement through the glutes, brace through the core so that we have a neutral pelvis. Palms face forward, forearms are parallel, and we're just going to do those circle curls, switching direction at the bottom. Let's go. Stay open through the chest. Circle them down and around. Down and around. Now when we add in that center half curl, do it after you do one circle curl to each direction, okay? So you'll go to the right, to the left, and then you'll do that bottom half curl. Add it in. So at the bottom, you're going to curl up just halfway, lower it down. Circle curl, circle curl. We'll add in that lateral rotation in the 90-degree hold up next. You can always stagger your stance. Add it in. So you come up to 90, and then in this hold, rotate open, bring it back through center, lower the arms. Woo! 2 straight minutes of biceps is tough. The final 20 seconds, we'll hold that 90-degree hold, and you'll just laterally rotate. Let's go. Find 90 degrees, and you just open and close. Woo, and rest. Take 40 seconds. So this is a big endurance challenge for the biceps. Yes, we're varying, but it's all different variances of a curl. So if you need to go a little lighter than you normally do for bicep curls, don't be afraid to do that. Let's grab those weights. We'll start with our circle curls. Let's go. Add in your bottom half center curl, up to 90 and down. Take your time. This is a long interval, 2 minutes of work. So you do not need to rush and go fast to get in plenty of reps, okay? Add in that lateral rotation. So circle curl, 1 to either direction. Center curl up to 90. Hold at 90, rotate open, keeping the elbows in tight. Bring it back through center, lower the weights. Take a deep breath. All right, hold at 90, just that lateral rotation. If it's too much holding the whole 20 seconds, lower your arms and then get back into it. Oh, rest, take 40. Woo, this is a tough one. All the combos have been tough so far. You can always go lighter with the weights, okay? I admittedly might drop down to like 5s or 6s if I had that option right now, but I don't, so I'm gonna power through. All right, 2 minutes of work to get through. 2 minutes, we can do it. Take your time, grab those weights, neutral stance, open through the chest, circle curls to start. Let's go. Switching direction at the bottom. Add in your center, bottom half curl. So once you do a circle curl, once to either direction, curl to 90, lower it down. When you curl, make sure you're not leaning back to counter it, okay? So you got to really brace through the core, make those biceps work. Add in the lateral rotation. Circle curl once either direction. Center curl to 90. Laterally rotate. Back through center. Lower down. We got it. It's under 60 seconds. Last 20 will just be that hold and that lateral rotation. Let's go. Find that 90-degree hold, rotate, center. So close. I know this is a tough one. Done. Oh. All right, you have a little over a minute to recover. I'm going to show you our fourth and final combo. We're going to finish fourth and final combo down on the mat, core focus. We're going to start in a boat pose or a V-sit position with a Russian twist. So you have one weight in between your hands. You're twisting it to the outside of one hip and then the other. From there, we're going to add in a full body crunch. You're going to lower down and towards a hollow hold as the legs straighten out. You're going to exhale. You're going to crunch back up. The final add-on at the top, it's going to be a overhead press. Optional, as you do that overhead press, you'll kick your legs straight into a full V-sit. Now, if that is too much, just keep the knees bent and just focus on pressing the weight overhead. And then the last 20 seconds, it's just that overhead press with or without the kick of the legs. All right, so this is another one we complete 3 sets of, and then we cool it down. Let's go. So I'm going to go back to using my 10-pound weight for this one. I'm going to grab it in both hands. So I want you to exhale and roll to the back of your sitting bones so that we're really engaged to the lower abdominals, and then we will bring our legs to a hover, and we'll start with a Russian twist, bringing the weight to the outside of one hip and then the other. I don't want to get into it prematurely. Hip flexors have to work hard enough as is. Okay, let's go. So don't just bring the arms around. I really want you twisting, okay? Twist. We'll add that full body crunch. When we do, you're not bringing your head to the mat. You're just bringing your mid back to the mat, kind of staying in an ab curl position. So gaze at the knees. So you do a Russian twist, once to either side, lower down to your hollow hold, exhale it back up. Twist side, side, come through center. Now I know 2 minutes is a long time to be doing crunch work. If your hip flexors start yelling at you, try crossing one ankle over the other, okay? and that should help. And you would just switch the cross periodically. Now our third add-on is coming up. It's that overhead press. Option to straighten the legs when you do it. If that is too much, though, don't worry about that. All right, add it in. So you Russian twist once to either side. Crunch down, crunch up. Press that weight overhead. Maybe legs straighten as you do, maybe they don't. Final 20 seconds. We'll just stay in the boat pose position. It'll be that overhead press. Let's go. Up and down with or without the kick straight of the legs. Woo, rest. Take 40 seconds. So you can come to a cross-legged position, opening up the legs like this kind of relieves the hip flexors. If you need more of a hip flexor reset though, come up onto your knees, squeeze your glutes so that you're really open through them, okay? All right, so first set done. 2 more to go. We can do this. We're gonna find that weight. We'll start with Russian twists. Also, another way to modify, keep your heels down on the floor, okay, like this instead of having them at a hover, and then just do the Russian twist from there. Especially the first 20 seconds, you can absolutely keep feet on the ground. All right, and we're off. Russian twist. I wonder why it's called a Russian twist. Did it originate in Russia? I'll have to look that up. All right, add in that full body crunch. Add in the overhead press. Option to straighten the legs. Woo! My core is talking to me. Last 20 will just be the overhead press. Let's go. Hello, quads and hip flexors. Woo! Oh, rest. Oh man, I almost rocked backwards there. All right, take 40 seconds. One more time through. We can do this. 2 minutes of work. 2 minutes of work, then we cool down. All right, let's do this. 2 minutes of work. We'll start with the Russian twist. Scoop to the lower abdominals. Again, try crossing one ankle over the other if you need a little hip flexor reliefs, and then just switching which foot is on top, and that can help. Add in the full body crunch. Inhale on the way down, exhale to come back up. When you lower, you have a gentle nod of the chin, but you're not jamming your chin to your chest. So a gaze at the knees can help keep your neck in the right alignment. Add in the overhead press. Come on, you have under a minute of work to go. Approaching those final 20. Let's go, final 20. Overhead press, option to add in the straightening. Stay with me. Oh, and done. Put the weight off to the side. Bring you through a quick cool down. First, for just a little wringing out of the hips, let's lean back, hands out wide, feet as wide as your mat, and just windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then from here, we're going to cross at the ankles, and we're going to come forward into a tabletop position. We're going to take a thread the needle stretch. So I want you to take your right arm, weave it under the left, bring your cheek to the mat, and then I want you to walk that left arm forward. Stay for a few breaths, directing your inhale to your mid-back. Walking your left hand in, let's press up through center and take it over to the other side. Left weaves under right, walk the right arm forward. Walking your right hand in, press up through tabletop. From tabletop, one at a time, I want you to flip the palms so that your fingertips point back towards your knees. Unlock through the elbows, and then we're going to shift back for a nice stretch through our forearms and our palms and our fingertips. You might not have to shift back very far at all to feel that deep stretch. I know I certainly don't. We'll shift forward and then one at a time, flip those palms back forward, and then let's sit our bum on our heels, coming to a kneeling position to stretch out the backs of the arms. One hand is going to pat yourself on the back, the other hand grabs the elbow in a gentle pull back. Releasing that elbow, let's take it over to the other side. My big hair clip always gets in the way on this one. And then let's end with just a little feel-good movement. Lightly tent the fingertips side to side. And we're just going to side bend up and over, up and over. You can stay like this, or if it feels good, you can add in a little rotation of your chest down towards the floor. So it's side bend, reach and twist. Reach down. Down. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming through center. Let's finish with one breath together. We inhale, arms up. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class. Awesome work today. Oh, that one challenged me. I hope it challenged you as well.